Howdy, howdy. Look who we have here. We got the Europats here, aka Matt and Diane. Welcome into the channel today.
Thank you.
Thanks we are glad. You're very welcome. We're very welcome. I'm honored that y'all are here. Y'all are fellow travelers and fellow dreamers, because trust me, I'm dreaming on this end. We're going to different destinations, but we have that same dream to try something different. Right, try something different, try something new, and I think it's pretty awesome. And we're going to talk about that as we go. But folks out there listening right now, make sure you listen up. This is the Europats. I've been watching them now for I don't know, 4 or 5 months, maybe a little bit longer. And you just sort of like when you meet people via YouTube, it's like a bond. We haven't met in person yet, but it's like a bond. And I've been watching this channel. And before we go any further, whoever's listening, I want to encourage you to check out the Europats, Matt and Diane. I'm going to have a link to their YouTube channel down below. Make sure you click it and tell them that some guy named Darion sent you. Okay, so make sure you do that. So let's get back to Matt and Diane. All right. So Matt and Diane. Now, I was on your live stream today. I enjoy your live streams. And your videos, by the way, y'all crack me up. I love the bloopers and the non editing parts on purpose. And but y'all crack me up, and I think don't stop doing that, because I'm cracking up on this end. All right, so that's a lot of fun. One of your viewers today asked a question, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's one of my first questions I have here." Everything. Let's start out from the basics. How long have you been married, and where did you meet? And just tell us that story.
We met in 2011.
Yeah.
Online. We're one of those. And we got married on Valentine's Day in 2012.
Oh.
And here we are.
Check that out. Okay. Wow, Mr. Cupid over there. So Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
It was an easy day to remember.
Hey, wisdom come in many forms, right? that's wisdom. That is wisdom right there. Yeah. That's awesome. So you just had time flies. Oh my goodness, here it is, past the end of May already, or the middle of May. But you just had your third wedding anniversary, I guess?
13th.
13th.
Oh, 13th.
13th.
Yeah. Oh, you said 2012.
2012 is when we got married.
I had 22 in my head. My apologies. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me clean this out. Hang on. I got it. So you're 13th.
13th.
All right. So with that being said, Matt, have you ever forgotten your anniversary?
No, I haven't forgotten it. Now I forgot about Mother's Day this year.
Oh, okay.
Mother, so that's okay.
But it was the night before, and I can't remember what exactly happened. But
I was doing a bunch of stuff for you. I was cooking for you. And
she made the comment about Happy Mother's Day for you, and I always stopped for a second. I said, well, that's not till next week, and she goes, no, that's tomorrow. And I went, oh no.
Don't you love those subtle hints? It's like, oh my goodness.
And then the light bulb popped on, and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Oh boy. I call that character building. It builds character. When something doesn't go right, I just leave it at that. Hey, it builds character. I got so much character. I'll be glad to pass you. Here's some right here. Right? But that's awesome. And so you two been married 13 years. So that's awesome. You're now you like to share the what state you're from?
We're from Texas, if you can't tell.
Big state of Texas. That's a big state. I've been through there many times throughout the years and everything. That's pretty. It's a pretty area. I got friends out there. I got friends in the Dallas area and other areas too of Texas, Bonham, a bunch of other places there. So we like Texas, but that's pretty cool. So let me ask you this. I'm going to start right off the bat. What made you start a YouTube channel? And, and a follow-up question.
Okay.
Who came up with the idea first? Okay, so a two-part question.
Me.
She came up with the idea.
And we had decided that we wanted to move to Italy. That was it. That's been a dream of mine forever.
And I go along with it.
No, we had finally decided that.
Again, wisdom.
Yeah. So yeah, it was all me. But we had finally decided that if we were going to retire in the US, that we would both have to work until we were 100, and we didn't want to do that. And so we took a trip to Italy several years ago now, and we fell in love with it. I mean, I love everything about it. And I mean, the culture, the lifestyle, all of it, just love it. And, you know, it also helped that the cost of living was just about half of what it is here. And, you know,
that's the truth.
And so anyway, we decided at that point that that's what we wanted to do after going. And then I thought, well, we're doing all this research and it's hard to find some of the things that you need to find. And so I thought, well, why don't we we'll start a channel. That way we can document it. And if we can help others, that's great. If not, then, you know, we've got this for our kids or whatever. So that was the start of it.
Well, that's pretty awesome. And now, how long has your YouTube channel been around now?
Oh, it hadn't been long. We started in September of last year.
Okay, that's about when I met y'all. Not in person, but over the YouTube waves and everything. I'm like, wow, look at this couple. They're moving to Italy. They like that Italy area. So and that's when we, yep. So that's pretty neat. All right. So what was your feelings on that, Matt? When Diane says, you know what, I love Italy. Let's start a channel. What's the first thing that came across your mind?
I don't know. I'm pretty easy. I just went along with the whole thing. She
again, wisdom.
well, the Italy deal. I did sort of balk at it a little bit at first because I was thinking, oh my gosh, going way over to Italy and we got all the family out here and stuff like that, and how are we going to do this? And I mean, things just started rolling through my head. And then the more we talked about it, the more we were looking into it, especially after the trip we had out there. I was like, what the heck, let's do it. And then she mentioned about the YouTube channel, and I was thinking, yeah, we might get maybe 1 or 2 viewers or something like that, just to, you know, see what we're doing. And it's sort of started to blow up a little bit, and it's pretty awesome. And it's great being able to talk to other people in other states or other countries and getting advice from them and stuff. But no, it's pretty neat.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I could tell. I mean, you have, was it 2,880 at least subscribers? I mean,
yeah,
that's
very close to that.
That's pretty significant. I just looked at it before we got on here. I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. That is.
I don't know why people want to tune in and watch this, but hey, okay.
It's good stuff. Well, number one is the host, and Matt and Diane. I mean, y'all do great. Y'all are great up here, and I'm going to encourage you, to keep on doing what you're doing. But you provide great information. So you put your slides up there. Cost of living. I have some cost of living videos coming out eventually, but you gave me some ideas about that. Putting the card up there with the thing. So thank you for giving me some ideas there, and that's what's great about YouTube. Everybody supports each other and gives ideas on what to do, like video ideas, different subject matters and whatnot. But what's the hardest part that you ever coming up with a video idea?
I don't. So like right now on our channel, we're going through all the regions of France, right? Before we narrow it down, we're starting big and going small. Cause I mean, we've got a while. And so right now that's pretty easy. We just go to ones we haven't done before. But there has been a couple in there that we've thrown in there, like the one that the harsh realities one, that one blew up. But
Yes.
and it's, I think the only reason that I shouldn't say the only reason, but one of the reasons that it blew up was because of that thumbnail that I put up that looked like I was crying. And I
Oh
guess
yeah, you're like
Mystery
this.
Loves Company, because that one blew up. And I'm like, what is
They got like
happening?
67,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Last time I looked. Yeah.
A couple of people commented to her, and they asked, "What did Matt do to you?"
Oh yeah. People at my work saw it and they're like, who hurt Diane?
Oh man.
So I was like, no, but we realized really quickly that people, I don't know if this is bad or
They
good,
like
they
drama.
love drama. And so
Yes.
there it went from there. And then, the other one that we did recently about ignoring the hate, because it's there. We got so many hateful comments. But funny thing is, after we did that one, everybody's been really nice.
It's been great. I mean, everybody's been nice.
Well, that's wonderful.
I don't know what the turnaround is, but
Yeah.
there you go.
Every once in a while I get a, not so pretty comment, and it's sad. It
is.
Really. Now someone's got to stoop down to make someone else try to feel bad. That's not gonna make me feel bad, because
Right.
I didn't do nothing to you.
Exactly.
But they're just showing their true colors, whoever's on the other end. And most of the time, that the people that are doing that, they don't even have a channel. There's not even a profile picture, nothing on it. So you can't. And then you respond to them. There's never a response. It's just shady. It's just really, really shady.
It is. And, it was just the other day, we got one that, the French hate Americans, but that everything that we have seen and heard have proven differently. You saw it today, just on the comments today.
Yeah. Even the people from France commenting to us saying, no, you're more than welcome. I mean, we'd love to have you here. I mean, that makes us feel real good.
Yeah. How can we help you? Here's some cities to go by, which, since we can't be there in person right now, that's great. We depend on that. And so there's so many helpful people. So if anybody hears that the French don't like Americans, that's not true.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I've had, experiences, everybody in Paris, I had good experiences, I had bad experiences too. I did. But I had good experiences, and but I never, outside of Paris, like you talk about, like Normandy, Nice, and all these other places. I mean, they're just so friendly. I mean, and Paris are friendly people too. I mean, don't listen to this stuff where everybody's rude in Paris, because that is not true. Just like anywhere else, but it's just people. People are people,
Mm-hmm.
and but some are ruder than
Yeah, they are.
I've been to Paris 6 times now, total, and I've taken I do a lot of group trips, and so I love taking people, taking places to all over Germany, but sometimes I get folks who want to do like World War II stuff and everything. So naturally we go to through Paris, and then either drive or take a train, to the beaches, Normandy beaches, Utah, and all the stuff is. And I did a video there a long time ago with me walking in the water, and just thinking about what happened there, because you see all those documentaries of all the blood. The beach is just full of blood, and here I am, and it's a beautiful beach. It is a beautiful beach. And you see people back there swimming in the water. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, I'm glad, but it's still, you think about the documentaries that you seen all your life, and then, wow, it happened right here, and there's kids over there making a sandcastle. Yep. I like that. I do, but at the same time, it's, it hurts the heart too,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But we're going. I'm taking my family in the near future. We're going to Paris, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. A friend of mine's daughter will graduate next year, so she's going to be a senior. And her goal is to move to France. And by the way, I told them about your channel and everything. I said, well, I was talking to the mama just yesterday. I said, hey, make sure that your daughter, I'm trying not to say names, see this, okay? And he goes, I will. Her goal is to move to Strasbourg and go to the University of Strasbourg. Now, Strasbourg is right on it's a border town to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been through there, but not enough to say I spent time there. I got off the trains, went to the restroom, got me something to drink, and by that time it's time to get another train. But so I didn't get to spend much time there at all. I peeked out of the train station. Oh, okay, wow, cool. Then I got 2 minutes. I need to catch the train. But this time we're gonna spend a couple of days in each area, in Strasbourg and Paris, of course. They do all the stuff, and and show my family the tower and the Louvre and all the Paris stuff. And of course, with her wanting to go to school there in Strasbourg, perfect time. And then the rest of the time we're going to be in Germany, Lake Constance, Garmisch. I love going to Garmisch. You got the Alps and stuff like that. And then Schweinfurt. I got a total of 6 years in Germany where I lived there. I was there as a kid because my dad was in the military, and then I went in the military myself, and that spoiled me. And long story short, it took me 19 years to get back. In 2008, I finally got back after 19 years, and I realized how much I missed. I knew I missed it. And I'm going to backtrack here. When I got married, I said, "Hey, do you want to go to Germany before kids and everything?" She's like, "Well, yes, I do." Well, great. Well, I've been trying to get this buddy of mine to go to Germany with me for years, and he's one of those guys where, one of these days, great guy, but he's just one of those, won't commit, just whatever, one of these days. I'm like, I'm not waiting on you no more, and everything. And I said, look, my wife and I, we're going to Germany. You want to go? I will never ask you again. And he looked at me, he goes, Darion, if you promise never to ask me again about going to Germany, I'll go with you this one time, and that's it. But don't ask me again. That's the deal. Well, long story short, I get there. We're not even in the country 2.5 hours. And my buddy's like, this place is beautiful. I said, yeah, it is, isn't it? Everything. Well, we went all over Germany, realized how much I missed it. Long story short, I've been there 30 times since that trip, since 2008. I just finished my 30th trip back in January, and he's been back 17 times with me.
Dang.
Wow.
But I don't ask him. He knows where I'm going and everything. He goes, oh, you going to Germany? I said, I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And everything.
You told me not to tell you.
Yeah. I said, I'm a man of my word. So we meet at places and stuff like that. So we have fun with that. But I'm hooked on it. Yeah. Same with the spaghetti ice deal. I talk about spaghetti ice a lot.
What is it?
Ooh, you don't know what spaghetti ice is?
I saw a picture, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
Buckle your seatbelts. Do you have seatbelts on your chair?
No, it's fine. We'll be good.
Okay. Do pretend.
Hold her in.
Okay, I'll take it. All right. Do you see that profile picture up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a bowl of luscious. Can you say luscious?
Luscious.
Spaghetti ice. Okay. What is this ice cream, gelato actually, that looks like spaghetti? Okay. But it's ice cream. But it's not like any other ice cream. Okay. Now this is interactive, so you got to help me out here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Interactive. All right. So in Germany, everything is fresh. No preservatives, no high fructose corn syrup, no corn syrup in general, nothing. Okay. It's against the law over there. All right. Everything is fresh. Now remember, interactive. Now go with me here. Now what they do, they take this fresh. Can you say fresh?
Fresh
Whipped cream, straight from the cow. Can you say moo?
Moo.
Moo. Diane?
I'll say
moo.
Moo. Okay. All right. We're there. Okay. All right. So they got this fresh fresh cream, straight from the cow. It's mooing. It's right there. It's so fresh. All right. Then they take this fresh gelato. Fresh gelato. Can you say fresh again? Stay with me. Fresh. Oh, very good. Very good. Good. All right. So they got this fresh gelato and they put it through this press. It's a press and it comes out and it looks like noodles. Looks like spaghetti. Okay. It's like a potato press. So, but it come out and it looks like spaghetti. All right. Now we're not done yet. They got Mariana sauce, right? They're not going to put spaghetti sauce on ice cream, right? Absolutely not. So what they do, they take fresh. Stay with me. Can you say fresh?
Fresh
Strawberries. And they put it through the same press and they squeeze it. And that fresh strawberries come on this fresh gelato on the fresh cream right there. And we're still not done. All right. Now, everybody likes cheese on their spaghetti, right? Like Parmesan cheese. Okay. Some folks do, some folks don't. But Parmesan cheese. But they're not going to put Parmesan cheese on their ice cream, right? That's nasty. All right. So what are they going to do? They're going to take white chocolate, weiss chocolate, white chocolate, and they're going to grate it. And that's your cheese. Now, this is on all the other stuff that we just talked about. All right. Now, we're not finished yet. Garlic toast. Okay. A lot of people like garlic toast with their spaghetti. Okay. But you're not going to eat ice cream and garlic toast. So they're going to take either a vanilla wafer or a vanilla or a chocolate wafer. It doesn't matter. All right. That's your toast. And they stick that bad boy in there. All right. And there you have your spaghetti ice. But here's a kicker. This is a spoon. Okay. Oop. Pretend this is a spoon. All right. Now, any other ice cream, you just take out like this and you just eat it, right? Not this one. Disclaimer. When you put your spoon in the ice cream, in the gelato, aka spaghetti ice, you take it up. When you get to right about here, your hands are gonna start shaking, and you don't know what's going to happen. And then you're going to try to put it in your lip, and then once you do, you're going to go. Is so good.
Yeah.
And that right there, my friends, is spaghetti ice. You will never know until when you taste it. You're going to remember this conversation. Remember that crazy guy Darion who was telling about? It's true. It's true. But
Well, you could have described it any better.
Well, thank you. I actually have a playlist of spaghetti ice, and it's pretty intensive. Okay, but I talk about spaghetti ice a lot, obviously. But once you have it, you'll absolutely love it. Let's get back to Matt and Diane. All right. So you got your channel. You have, how many videos do you have?
Oh, I don't know.
You have, I just had it up here. You have 80 videos. That's awesome. 80 videos since September. So you're very busy. When I came across, I believe it was your second video ever.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That was the beginner days.
Right. So that's when, in fact, no, it was your first video.
Oh,
because it was we're moving to Italy. I saw that. I'm like, oh, what's this about? Okay. Of course, I'm Germany, but I'm like, well, let's check this out. And then I saw another one. It was the second one that I did, but I subscribed the first time, so that was pretty cool. So let's go over this list real quick. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but I mean here's your very first one. Okay, we're moving to Italy. We just know we're moving to Italy. Boom. Okay, so you already said that you grew up loving Italy, just like Germany and everything. All right, and everything. So you went there. You went to Abruzzo. Am I saying that right?
It's Abruzzo. We didn't go to Abruzzo. We went to Venice and
Rome.
And oh my gosh, my mind's.
It was Venice, Rome. What was the
Oh,
other
good
one?
Lord, in
One with
Tuscany, Florence. Woo!
Florence.
Oh, Florence. Okay. Yep. I see that. Okay.
Good Lord.
All right. So you went all this stuff, and it's an amazing place.
Oh yes.
I have never been to Italy. Now I plan to go to Italy one of these days. I've been close to Italy. I've seen it from a distance, like on top of a mountain. Oh, there's Italy over there. Hi, Italy. stuff like that. But I need to make it happen. I keep going to Germany, so. But look at it. You got all kinds of stuff. Why retiring? I don't want to backtrack there. Okay, about the enchanting beauty of northern Italy, the coastal paradise Gallipoli. Is that right? What you just said.
Yep.
The village world's best kept secret. Is this Italian village the world's best kept secret? Google. Yeah, that one too. Right. So yeah, I mean all this stuff here, and then of course the hidden gem history of culture there, and then all of a sudden, okay, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Italy. This is when it popped up about 3 months ago, a little over 3 months ago now. Living in France, discovering all 13 regions. I'm like, wait a minute, they were about Italy.
Yeah.
So now it's France, which is cool. I mean, things change. But what made that change? What made you start thinking about France opposed to Italy?
So we say that we weren't looking for France, but somehow France found us, which is funny. Italy, well, not Italy itself, the Houston consulate, which is who we would have to go to get an Italian visa, a retirement visa. They have now raised their passive income requirement for their visa. They doubled it. Double and net. And so I thought, well, that's just dumb. And now, could we do it? Yeah, we could. Does it make financial sense to do it? No. So, because I would have to take my Social Security early, and I don't want to do that. It doesn't cost that much to live there. So that's a whole nother story. So when that happened, we were devastated. But we love the culture over there so much. So we're like, okay, so let's plan B. Okay, so now we
plan B.
Plan B, because we want to go. We don't want to retire here in the U.S.,
which is Europe.
And so then we thought, well, we know we like the European lifestyle. Let's start there, and then let's see what happens. And so that's when, and you'll see in those videos, we started comparing the countries. We would look at visa requirements, driver's license requirements, healthcare, you name it. We went through all of it. And at the end of the day, when we were done with all of that, France won.
Yeah, the pros and cons. There were so many more pros when it came to France than cons, and it just kept speaking to us, and we kept coming right back to it, and we're like, this must be it.
When we did the comparison of France and Italy, it hit us in the face. We're like,
why didn't we see this?
What are we doing?
Oh boy, right?
Yeah.
Well, even, one thing that hit me was getting a driver's license. Over there in Italy, you have to take their test in Italian.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense. And plus they put you through hours and hours of just driving for, like it's like training, doing your student driver. But
all over again. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, then for France, our state is one of the states that they let you come over there and just more or less you give them some money, give them some paperwork, and you say, here's my license. I want your driver's license. And you just swap.
Wow.
No driving test.
Nothing.
Wow. Now that's a significant difference there.
Yeah.
Big difference. Yeah. And it made it to where we weren't limited, because in Italy, if we didn't want to go through all that, we were going to have to live somewhere with good public transportation. And I've said, is the public transportation in Italy good?
Yeah.
Yes, when it's working, when they're not striking, but they do that in France as well. But, we were going to be limited. And here we're not. We can live wherever we want to, because we'll have a vehicle and be able to just go.
Right.
So.
Right. Hey, freedom is everything. Freedom of transportation.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I like about Europe towns, Germany, France, anything, their public transportation system is spot on.
Much.
I would never. Now, sometimes like Germans, I mentioned this in yesterday's video. They'll complain if it's a minute late, 5 minutes late. I mean, I'm an on-time person. I don't like being late at all. But here I am on a train in Germany. So what? I'm late. Okay, all right. It's just, yeah. They're so used to having that good transportation. But anyways, I know if I ever if we ever move to Germany, retire to Germany, whatever, definitely a car would be on the table. But at the same time, I'll be using public transportation as well.
Right.
But so you'll have dual. Now you mentioned moving to France and everything. What's your first besides having chickens?
Mm-hmm. I want chickens.
Yeah, I know. I said that on purpose. It's just but include the chickens. What's your perfect house? What's your perfect house could look like? And like I said, you can include the chickens.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do what she always says she has to have. One is she needs at least a little bit of land to be able to have a garden and some chickens, and space to be able to
And
relax
a greenhouse.
in. She wants a gas stovetop.
That's important.
She wants the fireplace, whether it be 1, 2, 3, but it's got to at least have one there in the living room.
Yes.
Okay.
We would like to at least maybe at the max 3-bedroom with 2 bath. And and no hot weather.
Yeah, I don't want.
No Texas hot weather.
Well, he's in Florida.
Yeah, I mean,
you get it.
You know the humidity.
Right.
Hell, I don't want to live with that for the rest of my life. I just don't. I said hell. So I like the French character homes. The ones that I'm talking about. The longer squared off.
Oh yeah.
And there's just something about it. But yeah, I want a little bit of land, not too much, because we're going to get old and we're not going to want to, deal with all that. But
one of the things I like about out there in Europe, and this is like Germany and France and Italy, is the medieval towns. I love the look of medieval towns.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is. I call, I'll say Germany here. I call it my playground. It's my playground. Europe in general is my playground. When I go to different countries, Belgium, France, even other surrounding Austria, of course, Germany. It's my playground. It's like, wow, am I really here? I'm pinching myself. Am I really here? And I mean, it's just an amazing feeling. I don't know. Our goal is to keep our house here, and live part time. Keep my house here in Florida, and then either rent, probably start out renting, and see how it goes for a couple of years, and just make it a thing. Because with that visa, 90-day visa, you can stay 90 days in the Euro system, Schengen zone. I couldn't get it out. I gotta get it, and then you have to take a break for 180 days or something like that. But you can split it up and whatnot. So I could do 60 days here, 30 days here, all kinds of scenarios. But when I was doing this video, the video that I put out yesterday, Americans retire in Germany, it really made me think. It's like, man, wow, retiring in Germany full time. I mean, I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but you really never know. And I learned a long time ago, never say never. I say that a lot. Never say never. But I mean, you just never know. And of course, with y'all's influence, and I'm like, man, that would be kind of cool, And I watched other ones too, different expats. I don't know if you saw any of my podcasts, but my last podcast, I had the traveling expats.
Yeah.
I interviewed them and everything. Great couple, American couple. They're from Arkansas and Oklahoma. Right. So I can imagine the Longhorns and the Sooners and the Razorbacks.
Well, my dad's from Arkansas.
His whole family's from
My
Arkansas.
mom's from Texas. They met in California. That's where we were born and raised. And then we're all back here in Texas now.
Okay. Wow. So do plop.
And so we got Razorbacks and Longhorns in our blood right now.
Wow. It's got a little mixture.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah. So you have your now. You mentioned that you want to be in the north of France, right? Not the south.
We're not 100%, but yes, I would have north over south. I don't want to be hot. So wherever that perfect place is that does not get hot. When I tell you I'm done with the heat, it is.
You're done.
I'm done. I don't want to do with it anymore. I'm done.
You're not done. You're DONE.
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
I mean, you understand. And it just, when this time of year comes, it's like, ugh, here we go again. And, getting up to 110. I don't want that. So wherever that place is, I think right now we really, really love Brittany and Normandy. And then
Pictures look wonderful.
yes.
Yeah. I was doing my research too, looking at places where you're looking at, and I was like, wow, I see why they want to do it, because I mean, it looks really pretty.
It's very pretty, and it's affordable, and it's not so hot. You'll have to deal with a little bit more rain. I don't care. I'd rather deal with that than heat.
And we've had other places in mind also that I've still got in the back of my mind, which you've got Dordogne, you've got Haute-Vienne, you've got Charente and Burgundy.
Yeah.
But right now we're working our way up around the northern area with our videos, and it gets so hard every time we do a video.
Yep.
Because you start looking at it and you're like,
dang,
wow,
that's pretty too.
doggone it now. I thought I had mine made up, and now this comes in. Well, it's just like for Christmas, I so badly want to go up there to Germany for the Christmases, because I've seen what it looks like up there during Christmas, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely. I sat on my glasses, and I got to hold them with tape until my frames come in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting there fidgeting around. I dropped my earpiece. So sorry about that. So when you see me do that, that's what's happening. But yeah, but no, it's those are pretty areas. All those places, and it was in Nice. I think I told you somewhere. What did I tell you? I had a cheeseburger. No, it was on your video.
Yep.
Yeah. It did not look like our cheeseburger. It was like a open face type thing, but it tasted so good. Oh, the meat was that thick. I mean, it was
eat
on
it with a knife and fork.
Right.
Everything with a knife and fork.
You could not pick that up at all. At all. But now, if you ever went to Paris, what would be your number one destination in Paris?
In Paris? I don't know. I mean, you've got all the touristy spots. I don't know it well enough. I know where I would want to go, which is just outside of Paris, because Matt laughs at me all the time. There's this other YouTube channel, and it's called Janice in France. I love Janice. She's in her 70s, I think. And she's from the South like we are. And she moved to Fontainebleau, which is just outside of Paris. And I want to go see Janice so bad. So when you say, Paris, I just skipped right past all the touristy stuff and went right to Janice.
You're going to see Janice.
I'm going to go see Janice.
When she starts her videos, it's her coming off the bus, doing her poses and everything.
It's so dramatic.
And she is wanting so badly to go out there with Janice and make a video with her doing those poses and stuff.
Is that the one you're talking about today?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm writing this down. I'm going to look her up. Janice
Janice in
Fountain Wood?
France.
Oh, Janice in France.
That's
Yep.
all
Yeah,
it is.
that rhymes. Janice
Janice
in
in
France.
France. She is so funny, and I just love her. I will do that one day. So I think at some point soon we're going to do an interview with her. So that'll be a lot of fun. I don't know. She's our people. I guess
There you go.
there's no other way to say it. So
Well, now what part is she from?
she's
In
in
the States?
Fontainebleau, which is outside of Paris.
Right. Where is she from in the States?
Oh, in the States. I want to say Texas. She used to live in Texas, and I think Georgia is where she was before she moved to France.
Okay. I wonder if she's a bulldog. Now that's another.
I don't know, but yeah, you could definitely
I'm a
tell.
college football fan, so huge. But yeah. So that's cool. Meeting other YouTubers, collaborating with them. Speaking of collaborating, I have several meetups throughout the year. One that's I have at Boom. I have the 6th annual Helen, Georgia meetup in Helen, Georgia, of all places. It grows every year, and we had one time we had over 100 folks just for the dinner that came. And now we got the 6th annual. It's always the second weekend in March. So it's 6th, 7th, and 8th in 2025. Y'all are welcome to come. I'd love to have you come.
Hey, you just might.
Well, and you meet people, YouTubers from all over the place. And an array. You have travel YouTubers. You have cruising. I got a big cruising community that goes there. And different. I got artists. There's all kinds of different genres. But we're all like a melting pot, and we have, and it's a good time meeting people, collaborating. What's that word I'm looking for? Networking. Just meeting people and just having a good time. I can't believe it's the 6th annual already, but time flies. But I also have another meetup coming up here in where I'm from, in Florida, on 30 August. So we're at Silver Springs, Florida, Silver Springs State Park. So this is a one-day event, and so far people are signing up. So I'm looking forward to that. And not only we do the state park and everything and have a good time there, but we're gonna eat at a seafood place. And then after that, we're gonna go get some, believe it or not, spaghetti ice right here in the big city of Ocala. Okay.
Wow.
I kid you not. I came home one day on a Sunday, and the lazy boy in my living room was calling my name. It was I got a bad back, so it was like, oh, I don't want to. I'm done. Leave me alone. I'm good, But and then my phone started blowing up. Darren, you gonna go get some spaghetti ice? I'm like, yeah, right. I can't go to Germany today. Everything, and then other people are boom, ding, 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 ding. Have you been yet? Have you been? I'm like, what is going on? I had like 20 messages on my phone. I'm like, what is this? And then someone sent me a link of a new gelato shop opened up in Ocala featuring spaghetti ice. I'm like, wow. I found out it was open. So I said, whoever's going with me right now, whoever wants to go with me, come with me. So my daughter and I said, you want to go? She's like, yeah, let's go. And we had spaghetti ice and oh man, it was great. But anyways, and what happened was the guy went to Germany for the first time. He'd never been to Germany before, but he went during Oktoberfest and fell in love with Germany. And let alone that, the ice cream. He had spaghetti ice, and he already had an ice cream shop. He's like, I'm going to bring this back. I've actually had this idea, and people's told me you ought to start a spaghetti ice cafe. Yeah, I ought to. But anyways, he actually did, and it's booming. It's called Spagatos, and oh. Speaking of, you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna love this. Speaking of Italian, okay, the inventor of spaghetti ice, I met him in Germany. In fact, that's a picture right there on the wall of the event. His name's Dario Fontanella, okay, an Italian immigrant from Italy. His parents with him moved in the early 50s. They migrated to Germany, to Mannheim, Germany, and opened up an ice cream shop. Well, this is an Italian family. Well, Dario, okay, Now, my name is Darion, Darion. This is Dario. Go look at that. You see that? Okay. He said, or the dad says, "Hey, one of these days you're gonna open up your. This is gonna be yours. You need to come up with some fresh ideas about different ice cream stuff." So he had a hot dog, look like an ice cream, and everything. Well, long story short, he went to a restaurant and he saw pasta coming out of the pasta maker. It's like, whoa, wouldn't that be neat to put that in there and make ice cream? This is in 1969. Okay. So on April 6th, 1969, Dario Fontanella, his name is Mr. Dario Fontanella, invented spaghetti ice. Now, I'm going to tell my age here. I was born in 69. Okay. So Dario, 1969, birthplace of spaghetti ice. But here I met the inventor of spaghetti ice himself in Mannheim, Germany. He made my spaghetti ice for me. I got a video on that too. I did a vlog, then I did a special birthday one last year, 55 years of spaghetti ice, and that was cool. But yeah, you can check that on my playlist. But
I was born in 69 too, by the way.
I'm sorry?
I said I was born in 69 too.
Hey, slap it.
I'm the oldest here in the group.
Yeah.
I was born in 65.
65. Okay. So you're really close to that magical number.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're old.
Wow.
She does that to me all. And I got to laughing because she used to make fun of me getting that. What is it? That AAA or AARP mail, and guess who just started getting that in the mail?
Oh boy! Right. It
is what it is.
Well, we're Sammy Hagar, right? 55 or speed limit, a speed limit. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're 50, your speed limit. When you're 51, your area 51. When you're 52, what was 52? I forgot what 52 was. 53, you're Herbie. Okay, remember Herbie? The beep beep, the Herbie number on there. 54. Oh, you'll like this. Dragnet. Car 54. Where are you? All right. And then 55, you're Sammy Hagar. I can't drive 55, everything, but I'm not telling the deputy sheriff that.
I do it all the time. Don't worry about it.
And then that's funny. And then let me see, 56. I forgot what that was. I'm making up all the stuff, by the way. Then 57, you'll be Heinz 57 steak sauce. 58, I'll just say is great. All right, I don't know. And then 59 could be. Let's see. If you're 65, what would be a good 59? What would match a 59?
Well, I'm 60.
Oh, so you're speed limit again.
He's very old.
I made it to 60 without, I mean, I've got the gray hairs and stuff, but I have no idea.
59 is fine. Oh,
there
it
is.
59 is
wine.
There you go.
There you go.
That's awesome.
And 60, awesome. You're just over the hill.
Oh my goodness.
I told him one time, you're talking about not doing stuff because you got a law dog sitting here. I don't care. But he used to, I always tell him, if you pull me over anywhere, then it's going to be either the best or the worst dash cam video ever made, depending on who you are. So far.
And I would love to see that. That would be,
I don't know.
I don't dare me.
No, I'm not.
Because she knows I will do it.
Right. That's funny.
But she never leaves the house. I mean, she hardly ever leaves the house.
I don't have to. I work from home. People, I'm going to sound like a crotchety old lady. People bother me. So I just stay home. I do leave the house, but it's hard.
That's
when
pretty
you
cool, though.
And you just,
That's pretty cool, though. We're working from home, though, right? You
it doesn't
get your job done, right? You don't have to drive nowhere.
Yeah.
And she's got a nice office too. I mean, we've done it up really good for her.
Yeah. My commute is like a minute. So yeah, it doesn't suck. It's good.
In her sleep clothes.
No, I don't do that. I actually get dressed. I don't go to work in my pajamas. Nobody would know, but no.
I get jealous that some of the clothes that she does wear. Sometimes she's real comfortable.
Right.
I'm just wishing I just want to be able to take that vest and gun belt off and not really. I mean, I'm ready for retirement. I've been in it for 30 something years, and
well, thank you for your service on that. I mean, that's
and you for yours as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate law enforcement and we appreciate numbers too. Right. So yeah,
Somebody's got to do it.
there you go. But appreciate law enforcement because y'all go through a lot every day. Every day you got some I'll just say it, idiot out there. You don't want to comply. I mean, you just give them a stupid ID and be quiet. And it's like, man, they make it hard for themselves. But I don't know. But thank you.
It's definitely not like it used to be when I first started. I mean, you've got more people with telephones trying to record you, and you're trying to do your job, and you get distracted with all these people trying to get in your business, and you just got to deal with it.
Plus, out here, all you get is naked people. Yeah. I know you've heard us talk about that. It's all the time. It's all the time. It gets so hot.
Oh boy!
And I did state that I was going to probably be working the south this week of our county, and that's where all the naked people are.
It's gonna be great.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I worked that district whenever I first started up there, and I've worked my way up to the north side, and I've been happy. I stay there. I don't bother anybody, and now I get to go down there for 4 days.
Wow, a refresher, right?
I really don't want a refresher.
Oh, I know. I bet.
I know enough.
Now, speaking of naked people in Europe, there are a lot of naked people. It's normal for them to be on a beach or a pool area or a lake, anywhere they're swimming, just to let it out.
I saw a video just the other day that somebody was protesting something. I don't know what exactly. And
everybody's protesting now. It's crazy.
I guess. And there was a bunch of people with no shirts on, just whatever. I just don't have to see it. I mean, just because you can doesn't mean that you should. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But they just my son got a lesson on anatomy this past summer when we were in Germany. I took him to a water park. So the thing is all, co-ed. Well, yeah, just keep on going. Just keep on going.
Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, it was a nice water park too. I love that in Vilhelm, Germany. If we get to Germany, that's very nice. But speaking of Germany, but before I get to Germany, I do want to ask you this. Well, two questions, and then we'll flip around. What French food would you like to try on your trip there?
Escargot.
Next time. That's the snails.
Yeah.
I can't move.
I want to try it.
No.
With that buttery garlic sauce.
No.
I want to at least try it because they say on the videos that it's very good, and I want to try it.
I say put it in the car and go. Not no escargot.
I think I want to try some beef bourguignon. That would be so good, I think.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds delicious, actually. We haven't had dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know, but a good baguette. I mean, everything that you hear.
She makes some good baguettes.
Yeah, but not like they do. So
Wow.
She loves to bake and
you got it made, Matt.
Well, yeah, but I've lost a lot of weight. I've gone from 274 pounds down to I'm at about 215 right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I don't eat like I used to, but I mean, she makes homemade sourdough tortillas, sourdough bread, baguettes. She'll make sourdough cookies. She'll, I mean, and it's good. She made regular loaves of bread.
I can't make a regular loaf of bread to save my soul.
You
I
did.
just cannot. It doesn't ever turn out right. So, oh well.
It turned out good.
That's awesome. You got to have your treats every once in a while. I lost 93 pounds since October of 22. I started a carnivore diet, and the best thing I ever did. I mean, I was a biggin, all of my gut and my face. And what started was when the doctor said I had a 9.8 A1C. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, you need to start getting insulin. I'm like, oh, no. Wait, insulin. I said, no. I could never be a druggie. And I said, I'll make changes. He goes, no, we're going to stop here and we need to get you started on insulin today. I said, no, sir. I'll make changes. But Mr. Glover, you've been saying that. I said, you when you said needle, you got my attention. So I started making adjustments and everything, and I was doing well. I was making adjustment. I got it down to 9.1 over time, but it was taking a long time to do it. Well, then I went on a cruise with my cousin. It was a group of us, right? But it was my cousin was with me, and we were sitting there, and I said, "Man, you're looking really good. What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm on a carnivore diet." I said, "Carnivore? What do you mean, meat?" And he goes, "Yeah, exactly." Everything. I said, "Wow, I love meat." Everything. And he goes, you ought to try it for 30 days. I said, what do you got to do? Just meat? No, nothing. Now, mind you, I'm eating a lemon meringue pie. All right. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm good. I'm chowing down that lemon meringue pie, and I'm messing with him. I'm like, you want a bite? Oh, here you go. Everything. And he's like, he goes, cuz I'm telling you, you try it for 30 days, you'll see some difference. Well, the days went on, and he kept talking to me about it and everything. And finally, he says, cuz, try it for 2 weeks. Just try it for 2 weeks. I want to be quiet about this. Try it for 2 weeks and see what happens. I'm like, well, there might be something to this. So I said, I'm going to do it. I can do anything for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Okay. I could eat regular, real butter, eggs. And he said, I could eat meat? I mean, yeah. And as long as it's cooked in the animal's fat and everything. So I'm like, okay, that's me. That's me. I'll try it. Well, I did just that. I gave myself 2 days, right after the cruise. I came home. I ordered. No. Now watch this. I ordered me an extra large pizza with everything on it. Not my family. That's mine. I ate the whole thing. Big old gallon of ice cream. 2 of them. 2 gallons. Breyer's peach and Breyer's butter pecan. I ate them both. All this in 2 days. Anything that moved, I ate because I had to get my mind right. I get my mindset. I'm like, I'll start on October 28th, and I did. And within 2 days, when I pricked my finger, I haven't seen a normal setting like that in years. I'm like, wait a minute, it's only been 2 days. Well, 2 weeks came. I didn't lose. I lost, I think, a pound, but I felt my clothes were loose, and I just felt different. I mean, I was still, hey, I'm there, but I said, I'm gonna keep this going. Well, a month came. Wow, I'm still seeing I'm seeing results. 2 months came, 3 months came, 4 months. I'm like, what in the world? This is crazy. I'm gonna keep going, everything. And I got to the 6 month part, and I lost by like 14 pounds at that point. For legit pounds, by staying exactly on this. And now, from that point on, at 6 months, I love broccoli. I love salad. I love all that stuff. But eating it 2-3 times a month helps the fiber issue.
Yes.
But I was scared to do that because I don't want to mess up the results that I was getting. But I've been doing that. My dietitian says you need to do it, and you at least eat that, and everything's been fine. But I lost 93 pounds.
That's awesome.
And, I'll show you, in fact, what I look like before. It's can't believe I was that big. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, here it is. In fact, this is the cruise ship. Okay, but look at that thing.
That's almost like me. In a sense.
See?
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I went from porker to this. So big difference. That's why I see results, but I'm gonna keep it going. But I have my spaghetti ice when I go to Germany. Instead of having 5 a day, like I normally, anytime I go to Germany, I have a day. That's not exaggeration. Oh, I'm going to throw a number out there. I will have 5 or 6 a day, because here's my rationale. Okay, everything's walking distance in Germany. Basically, you go to one ice cream shop. Oh man, there's another ice cream shop. Let's go try that one. We'll exercise by walking to the next one and eat another one. So that was my rationale. But now I still have my spaghetti ice, but I spread it out. I'll probably have 5 or 6 on a 2-week trip. But even here in Ocala, it's 3 miles away. I only had 3, and that's been 5 months ago. But
you did better than we do. We cheated because I'm down over 100. So we cheated. Well, if you want to call it cheated. I went in to the doctor for something random, and they did blood work on me. This was back in 2014, and my A1C was a 12.1. Yes. Yeah. Now, mind you, I am, as they're doing blood work, I'm down in a root beer right at that time. I mean, I had no idea,
Wow.
And so then I started this whole walking thing, and I was walking almost 7 miles a day, 3 in the morning and 3 at night. And the weight just dropped off. But then you can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
At least I could. And so anyway, I got on Manjaro, and I've lost over 100 pounds.
Wow.
And he's lost, as much as he's lost. So,
what is it called? What is it called?
Manjaro. It's a shot. It's like Ozempic, but it's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's for the pre and the people with pre-diabetic and
diabetes. But see, what it does is you don't want to eat. Period. You just don't want to eat.
And then if you eat too much, it makes you feel nauseous.
Yeah.
Like if
really?
sometimes you'll want to finish this plate of food, because I've always been taught clean your plate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
no problem here.
If you clean that plate, Manjaro's going to tell you, yeah, we're going to make you feel like you
clean the plate.
You clean the plate, and you start really feeling nauseous. So you just don't eat as much, but you still feel full with the amount that I had to get in the habit of eating less, because I would go to McDonald's. I would get me a Big Mac meal, large size, with which I, like you said, you thought the walking was your walking from here to there to eat something else. That was your
right.
exercise. I always got a Diet Coke. And I joke with people and say this is counteracting, but with that meal, I'd also get 2 double cheeseburgers, or a quarter pounder with cheese. And I mean, it was
we're a lot alike.
Yeah.
But what we have found with the shots is you can eat whatever you want. whatever you want. I have an ice cream bar every single night.
I don't.
But you just eat so little of everything that, you know, you don't gain weight.
And she'll be sitting there making her plate, and she'll go, I know I'm not going to eat all this. And I said, then why are you putting it on there? She goes, I don't know.
Habits.
And she'll finish, and then I'll look over her plate, and she's taking like maybe 2, 3, 4 bites, and the rest is right there on the plate. I'm thinking
ice cream, but I'll eat that.
Hey, there you go. That's it.
So it's cheating, but you know, whatever works.
You know, we're here just a little bit. You know, you gotta have something. You gotta live life. You know,
That's right.
You know, and man, that's one thing I've learned, because I was strict. No, nothing. But man, gotta have my spaghetti eye sometimes.
There you go.
But
it's almost the same as retirement. You know, you never know.
You never know.
So why not do it early?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but shoulda, woulda, coulda in hindsight, you know, especially doing what I do for a living, you know, why am I not more prepared than I am? So, you know, you live and you learn.
Yeah, exactly. Some people never learn.
That's right.
But you live and you learn, and you take notes. You take notes. It'll be what's that saying? A-OK.
Yes.
Right. So I have a question for you. I asked you to come up with 5 destinations in Germany. If you were ever to visit Germany, now just to make sure, have you ever been to Germany before?
Never.
No.
Okay. So if you were ever to visit Germany, beautiful Germany, I might ask, I asked you to pick out 5 destinations that you would like to visit whenever that time comes.
We picked out 6.
So okay, all right, extra credit. Y'all have extra credit.
7. I'm sorry.
7.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
We have 7. And I told you,
All
you're
right.
probably going to see a theme, because I don't, you know, again, we don't know anything about Germany.
Okay.
So we started looking at videos, you know, Germany. This is our research.
That, and we looked at the map as to
Right.
the locations of places, because certain places up in Germany, I wanted to do something that wasn't so popular with tourists.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we mainly went after areas that are not majorly touristy.
So, and we're going to butcher every one of these names. Okay.
Okay.
You have
I
been.
love doing that.
So, I can't remember my own-
Regensburg.
Regensburg. Oh, you'll love that.
Medieval.
Okay. So okay, let's talk about Regensburg. What'd you find in Regensburg that you like to see?
It's a medieval village.
Yeah.
It's walkable. It reminded me, the architecture, I've got all this written down. The architecture reminded me of Italy.
That Gothic cathedral.
Yep. And the river running through it. So
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And it really didn't look overly, I mean, from the videos that we saw, it didn't look like it was overly not populated. I guess over touristy. It didn't seem like.
I mean, I don't know though. It could very well be.
Yeah.
Right.
We picked Lindau. Is
Oh,
that
wait. Let's get back to Regensburg. I'm going to give you now Regensburg. Okay, it's got everything what you just said, and in fact, that bridge. There's a bridge there on that river that they got the idea from the bridge in Prague. So there's a lot of history on that bridge, the Lion Bridge, and all that stuff. But I love bratwurst, German bratwurst. They got the oldest bratwurst stand in Regensburg, and it's right next to the river. So just a little thing there.
She just bought me a whole big old giant thing of bratwurst.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Where'd you get 'em?
It's in the freezer.
Where'd you get them from?
Costco?
Okay, all right. See, I'm always looking for a good bratwurst. You know, you get some that are made. It's like, okay, this is good, but then you find some like, wow, this tastes like Germany. You know, like I find some at Aldi, and it tastes very, very close. I did on my my Instagram a couple weeks ago, and my TikTok, where I had some bratwurst. I did some silly stuff on my from a thing. Oh, I'm gonna put this on the group, or what I say. When you're missing Germany, you look at your pictures, you eat bratwurst and all that stuff. But it's really good. All right, so Regensburg is. You notice I lit up when you said Regensburg. I'm like, that's impressive.
Yeah, that was number one.
Yeah, because that's got that big cathedral there. Very easy access to everything.
Yeah.
All right, so number 2,
We did Lindau.
Linda. Okay.
So
Now,
you told us the theme.
Yeah. Yes.
It's surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was just beautiful, and the mountains around it. I didn't write a whole lot down about that. I don't know why, but it was really pretty. I do remember that.
Tons of architecture in there. Oh my goodness, the water. I mean, just beautiful, crystal clear in areas, and just the atmosphere. Walk around that town, and I think I ate in every restaurant in those places. But now the things you mentioned, like tourist things. I like staying away from tourist areas too, but there's some things that you got to see.
Yeah.
And then you're good. But and in fact, I just mentioned in my video the other day. I like to slide in. I don't want to go over there and say, hey, I'm a tourist or whatever. But you just want to fit in. But Lindau, you're picking some great places.
Now
number 3.
Now this next one, I believe, is probably going to be a little touristy, but I liked it because of one of the things. Nuremberg.
Oh yes. Oh man.
You got the Imperial Castle.
Yes.
I would like to go and look in that.
Oh, it's really cool. I stayed in that hotel. There's a hotel there. Stayed right there in that castle. Nuremberg, so much history there. I brought I had 2 back-to-back groups last summer. I spent 31 days in Germany, and I had 2 back-to-back groups that I took, and every time I take somebody, especially folks who've never been to Germany, they're like, I want to come back. And funny story, during the C word days, you know what I'm talking about? I messed up my Germany trips for 19 months. Oh, anyways, this couple contacted me. They were from Nebraska, and he's retired Army, also a retired school teacher. She's a retired teacher and principal. Okay, now they go to all these different tourist places all the time. They go to Europe and all these areas, but they've never been to Germany. He's been to Germany, not stationed there, but going to different war situations, stuff like that, but never spent time. He spent most of the time over in Korea and Japan, all those areas where he lived there. But he's always wanted to spend time in Germany. Well, he ran across one of my videos, and what I say, if anybody wants to go to Germany, I help set up an itinerary, and I do this for free, by the way. I'm not a business, don't want to be one. I just love helping people travel, and share what I love. And I think if I make it a business, so it would be, but I mean, like, I got to do this. No, I like helping people. But anyways, so they contacted me, and I said, hey, let's set up a time to do a video call. So we did a video call. Let's figure out what your wants are. You want to see cities, you want to see this, that, what sites you want to see. All right. So long story short, I'm talking, and I see her. She's very nice, but not. She goes, and she says, I'm going to flat out tell you, I'm not really interested in going to Germany. I'm going because of him. Like that. I was like, oh my goodness, what I get myself into. She was nice. She was smiling when she was saying it, but she was just one of those upfront people,
Yeah.
And I said, well, I said, I'm here to help you and go. Well, anyways, I set up a very nice itinerary. And Nuremberg was one of them. Regensburg was on it too. Well, I said, look, here's our itinerary. Set them up. They were happy. She was getting excited about going. Well, they went to Germany, and I probably got a message, maybe messages, 5 or 6, almost a day. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. From her. And long story short, that was in 21. That was in 21. They're going on their 11th trip back to Germany this summer since 2021. because they didn't. I never thought of Germany as a tourist destination. You know, they think World War II, they think all this stuff all the time. But it's just really neat. What did you find? Sorry?
So sorry, it was getting
It
dark
was starting
in
to
here.
get dark in here.
Oh no worries, no worries. So Nuremberg has got a lot of history. What else did you find besides the Imperial Palace? Castle?
Well,
Say there. No, and
the outdoor market, they talked about it being one of the better outdoor markets, and especially during Christmas.
Yes, it is the original one.
And I always bring that up whenever I'm wanting to come up there for Christmas. That's probably going to be the place that I want to go to.
I tell you what, I have a memory there, a childhood memory. My daddy, he's gone now. He's been he passed away a long time ago. But I was 9 years old. I lived in Germany as a kid, you know, and of course my military years later. But my mom had to work on that Saturday, so I remember my dad saying, "I'm taking Darren. We're gonna hop a train. We're gonna go to Nuremberg to the Christmas market." I'm like, "What's a Christmas market? What are you talking about? I'm 9 years old. I'm just going along with the trip." And we get there, and it was the Nuremberg Christmas market, and it walking me around, all the smell, ginger. You got the gingerbread everywhere. Oh, I can smell it now. I can taste it now. just thinking about it, and I got so many memories from that area. But that's just one of the memories. But there's a lot of historical significance there. Of course, pre-World War II, of course, but World War II. That's where the Nuremberg trials took place in 1945. That they had the big tribunal there, and they hung everybody. Everything that happened right there.
Mm-hmm.
The Nazi rally grounds was right there in Nuremberg, where you see Hitler doing his stuff. You know, all the big crowds and stuff like that. It's there. They have concerts there now, but and all that stuff is still there. And but the town itself, I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I was stationed in a place called Schweinfurt, Germany. You hear me talk about Schweinfurt in my videos sometimes. I go to Schweinfurt all the time. I would go to Nuremberg. That was only an hour, 15-minute train ride. So I was in Nuremberg for weekends. You know, hey, let's go to Nuremberg. But it's a great place. And if you like medieval stuff, that's definitely a place to do it. And that's just a little bit of stuff. I mean, I could talk 5 hours just on Nuremberg, but absolutely. What was number 4?
Berchtesgaden.
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 Oh my goodness, folks! You got some good spots here, and that's just right above, right below Regensburg. You know, so you would go. I would start you. Well, I'll tell you when I finish. But what itinerary just off my head would give you. But Berchtesgaden, oh my goodness, what a beautiful area! I got pictures everywhere of Berchtesgaden and stuff like that. What do you know about Berchtesgaden?
we put down here that I can't read your writing on here. Close to the Austria border.
Well, it's right close to the Austrian border.
Yeah.
It's south of Salzburg.
Yep.
It's got the
18 miles away from Salzburg, by the way.
It's got the mountains, and I can't read your.
I don't know if that says Wattsman Mountains. I can't read my own writing. And the lakes and the national park, and it's just beautiful.
Absolutely, and it's kind of funny because on my TikTok today, guess what I posted? A Berchtesgaden video. I think it's like a let me see, 12-second video of the lake right there in the park. Literally, probably an hour before we got on here, I posted this. But that's right there.
Oh yeah.
Right there. I filmed this, by the way.
That is nice.
Beautiful. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that's it's beautiful, and I swam in that lake. I jumped in it a couple times. You go that's a Königssee means König means king, so King's Lake, and it's beautiful. Then there's 2 stops. You got St. Bartholomew's Chapel there. You get off, walk around if you want to. You don't have to. There's only 2 stops on the cruise, And then the last one, they take you to the very end, and you get off and you walk to the next lake over there, which that is freezing. I jumped in, took the breath out of my, but it's beautiful. You're walking and you're in the Alps. You're surrounded. Like, where am I?
Yeah.
I got tons of videos on that too. I mean, just gorgeous. Birch's Garden is also a home of the Eagle's Nest. Now, did you ever see Band of Brothers?
That's the one that Hitler had, right?
Yes. It was a birthday gift to him. Now there's all kinds of that's my doggy.
I did see Band of Brothers, the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
I said I did see a Band of Brothers, the whole thing. I mean, it's like 6, 7, 8 DVDs long.
Right. And that one at Birch's Garden, that's where he's at, the Eagle's Nest. Or there, I take people there all the time. There at the Eagle's Nest, and some say it was a gift to Hitler. Then you'll see another writing. No, it really wasn't a gift, but it was a gift to Hitler on his 50th birthday, way back when. Because there's always somebody gonna contest something, but the historian said this was a gift to. But he was afraid of heights, so he only went up there a handful of times. But his wife, well, later became wife, Eva Bohm, would host the dignitaries up there. But they got the same elevator, go to the Nellis Longtall, and go up the elevator. You go up there, and that area where you see the lake down below, that's Koenigsegg. That's the lake that I just showed you from below. But all that stuff there, you can walk there. I mean, it's just beautiful. Also, a little bit of World War II history. I mean, I do a lot more than World War II history, but it's a lot. I mean, this is a beautiful area. I mean, how in the world can people come up with all that stuff that happened in such a beautiful area? It drives me nuts. But down below, I found the Berghof, which was Hitler's house. You ask any German around there, hey, how can I get to the Berghof? I don't know. They're not going to tell you. I finally found it after 5 trips. I finally found it, and come to find out, the 3 trips prior to that time, I've been there many times, so I take people there all the time. I was within 10 foot of where I'm like, it's got to be here somewhere. Doing all the maps, studying where it's at, and only things left is the retaining wall and a little bit of the foundation. That's it. But there's a big plaque there, saying this is where it happened. This is where they came up with the final solution and all that stuff. And you look around, and it's just beautiful. You just Alps everywhere. Joe Banderas would be coming over. The hills are alive. And then they came up there. But
sing that.
No.
Did you see that?
No. I said we'll let her sing that.
Oh yeah, that's what. Oh yes, I mentioned that too. The hills are. I'd like that. That was good. That was good.
It surprised me because she just all of a sudden started singing, and I was like,
I don't sing
right,
for real.
right. Your look on your face. That was funny. That was funny. But so much history there, and then the town of Birch's Garden itself. Oh my goodness, you walk around. I mean, it's just gorgeous. These are my go-to spots. I go to the Birch's Garden, and there's so much more. So I could talk 20 hours just on that alone. And the foods you're 18, 19 miles away from Salzburg. Tons of history there too. I go there a lot too. I mean, just tons of things. So we got Birch's Garden. All right, what's number 5?
Fusen.
Okay. Now tell me, what do you know about Fusen?
Well, one of the things that I thought was pretty cool was the forest trails. You've got the trees that are like 120. I can't remember if it was 120 kilometers, 120 meters up off the ground that you're walking these wooden pathways.
Right.
They've got different versions too. I mean, not just the trees, but they've got several other types of hiking areas. But we had that. It was again medieval, walkable. My wife said it reminds her of Italy a little bit.
Okay, I can see that.
She said,
Based on pictures, what I saw.
clean, gorgeous scenery, and then
Yes.
okay, I'm probably going to butcher this. The Neuenstein Castle.
See how I'm pointing right there? That's that castle right there.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, right there. Yep.
Yeah.
It's all right there. You got Houston, and they got Hohenschwangau, which is it's all right there. Hohenschwangau. And are you familiar with the Neuschwanstein Castle?
No, just from what we see on videos.
Okay. This castle here was King Ludwig's. I always got that. That's King Ludwig's house, which is the King of Bavaria. Now, the thing about King Ludwig, he, poor little rich guy, he grew up in the castle below. It's a yellow castle, and he dreamed of when he becomes king, he's going to build a castle, which he did. He became King of Bavaria. He was next in line. I think at 19, he became King of Bavaria, and he built the castle. And so, anyways, he did not live in there very long at all. He was a womanizer, and he got found out, and they mysteriously found him floating in the lake.
Mm.
Don't know why, because there was like probably 12 or 13 different ladies, and I'll just leave it at that.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So they mysteriously found him, and then everything. But the other significant thing about it is, which I don't know if can you see that picture?
A little bit.
Yeah, and there's spaghetti eyes right beside it. Oh, and of course gators right there. But anyways, Walt Disney. He's the one who that's where he got the idea for the Cinderella Castle. For the one in Disneyland and the one in Orlando came from this castle.
Oh, cool.
So he came over and saw that, and that's where it came from. So I got tons of videos on that too, and different pictures, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, you got two castles there when you go there, and all that's in. You got Houston, then Hohenschwangau, which is a 5-minute drive from Houston. People stay in Houston to go to the castle, stuff like that. But there are hotels there in Hohenschwangau as well for that. But all right, you're doing great. And again, I could talk forever on these guys for a long time. All right, what's number 6?
I can't say
Wernigerode.
Gerode?
Or
Wernigerode.
Oh my goodness.
Wernigrode.
Gerode.
Ger.
Wernigerode?
Gerard. Wernigerode.
I don't know.
Spell that one more time.
It's west of Berlin, in central Germany.
Okay.
Wernigerode.
Wernigerode. Okay, yes. There's a castle there. There's yes, the Wernigerode Castle. Yes, okay. I've been through there because I've been to Berlin many times and driving trains. I did it all there, but I saw the castle. It was closed. I went there to go see it. It was closed, but we did not stay in the city. When it was or there's a town close by. When it was closed, we decided to go to the next town. I think we went to Wittenberg that night. But anyways, it was. But I could say I've been to the parking lot. That's all I know about it.
Well, they've got a nice market square, and they've got the train that goes right through the city area. It's very clean looking.
Another medieval city.
Yes.
Tells you're going to see a theme.
I see that, and I'm gonna remark this because I'm gonna go there and actually get in. It was closed. That was I drove an extra hour and a half to get there. It was closed.
Wow.
But we'll make it happen. This is good, guys. And number 7. You have 7. You have more than 7 or 7?
No, we just have one more.
All right.
Is it
And I can't say that.
Rudesheim am Rain?
Rudesheim.
Rudesheim.
People are not rude in Rudesheim. they're very nice, very nice folks. What did you find in Rudesheim?
Vineyards.
Yes.
River. Medieval.
It's a winemaking town. and part of the UNESCO heritage site.
There you go. You know,
There you
there's you got your vineyard, your wine valley. You got your you know, all your a lot of wine in that area. That in Würzburg, people think that that's never been to Germany before, they have wine in Germany. Oh my goodness, there's vineyards everywhere, especially in that area. Rudolstein, Würzburg, Schweinfurt, where I was stationed for 2 years. All those places are wine regions, and which is you know, pretty neat. And no one's rude or whining about it. Oh, I cracked myself up. Wow.
Well, we didn't want to pick the more common ones like Berlin, Munich, and stuff like that, because that's where everybody wants to go and check it out. We wanted to look at things that, you know, or places that actually look more of our type of style, and it looked more interesting. So those are the ones that we picked.
You would, and you picked some really good ones. And now, with that being said, I would highly recommend at a certain point to go see Munich. Go see absolutely. Just get the once factor in there. But one of my places is Garmisch Partykuchen. Garmisch is that's home of the Zugspitze. The Zugspitze is the highest peak in Germany. They call it the top of Germany. And now get this, you can see 4 or 5 different countries by standing in one spot. Like you stand here, you can say, oh, okay, there's the German Alps. You're standing in it. Oh, there's the French Alps. Oh, look over here, there's the Italian Alps, and you can see it from a distance. There's the Swiss Alps. There's the Austrian Alps right behind me. You know, whatever, and you just go around like, oh, look here, this here, and it's just really cool. And one of my favorite lakes to swim in is the Eibsee, which is down below, and I mean it's just gorgeous. Yeah, oh my goodness, I'll send you some stuff. That's okay. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, but yeah, that's awesome. You picked out some awesome stuff here. What I would do, since you want to go see, well, you said, yeah, but you have to get there. You know, I would probably. Now, does Berlin not interest you at all? Or you're like, nah, I really don't want to do that? Or
I think it's a place that you would want to see once. I mean, obviously you'd want to see it, but
Well, it's just like what was it in Italy? You want to see Rome once, but I don't want to go back to it. I mean,
right.
I really didn't care for it. It was nice and everything, but it was too crowded. It was actually dirty.
Right. That's what I hear.
mm-hmm.
And it once was fine for me, but now the rest of Italy, heck yeah, let's go.
Outside of
but you know, like we've never been to Germany, so we don't know. You know, it just I was trying to go after areas that are not the main big giant places. You know, they're in Germany.
Right. Now, what I would do? Okay, say if all these 7 places. Okay, and I'll set you up. I just pulled a map up here. I would recommend flying into Berlin. All right, flying to Berlin. Those flights from the States, which you're probably coming from Texas, probably DFW or maybe even a direct flight, or even out of JFK. Sometimes you get a cheaper flight if you have to switch planes once. But anyways, most of the flights there, they arrive in the morning, like 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Depends on what part of the state you're coming from. But anyways, you arrive there early, and of course sleep on the plane and everything. But get there, go. I would take a train. Check out. Now, would you want to rent a car or train?
Probably train.
Well, that was quick.
I'm just, you don't understand how Matt drives.
I drive like a car.
There you go.
Hmm.
I like both. I like the car and trains, but I would never recommend getting a car in Berlin. You know what I mean? But what I would do is go to Berlin, take a train to the Potsdam Plaza, everything. Go see Checkpoint Charlie. What's left of the mall that kept the Berlin Wall, and of course the Brandenburg Gate's still there. Tons of history all through there. Okay, and then take a train to let's see, probably let's see, you have probably Magdeburg, and then drive to that castle. Okay, spend a couple days there. I'm not going to go in detail because it takes a while for that. But Lindau, okay, rent a car there. Leipzig, if you like tons of history in Leipzig. Drive down to Nuremberg. There's other places. There's a lot of places in between, but Nuremberg, Regensburg, and Nuremberg, they're probably about an hour, 15-minute drive, roughly. And then go down, go see Salzburg. Okay, go see Salzburg right there. Come back through Berchtesgaden, come back through Garmisch, go to Munich, stop in Ingolstadt. Do you like cars?
Do I like cars?
Like Audis? Aldi.
I'm more of a truck guy, but
I am too.
I've never had an Audi.
Me either.
We've got a Hyundai right now.
We're so boring.
Hey, no. Hey, trust me, I don't have an Audi, but they have the Audi museum and plant right there.
Okay.
Ingolstadt. So I got videos on that too, but that's just on the west side of Regensburg. So all that's driving. There's places. So if I was setting you up an itinerary, I would set you up Berlin, different hotels and whatnot to go that way.
Yeah, I like museums.
Oh yeah, and of course the Beamer Museum in Munich, BMW, everything. And my son, he goes with me right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take my family all the time. So that's expensive. You take all of us. Now we are this year. All of us are, but mostly it's my son and I and whoever wants to go. So. But and he loves cars. He'll tell you everything about a motor in an Audi. He'll go to dealerships and salesmen come out there. Oh, we're just looking. He goes, oh, okay. Well, what do you know about this? And he'll start. And he's like, "You're hired. You want to be a car salesman?" But anyways, well, guys, I appreciate y'all's time, and this is really, really good. I'm really impressed with what you picked. I can tell you that you've done some research here, and that's pretty awesome. I'm looking. I'm like, what? Regensburg, you're speaking my language here, okay? Especially got down to Berchtesgaden and everything. Those are my areas, and it never gets old, ever gets old. But Garmisch, definitely put Garmisch on your list. To the Zugspitze, that's the highest peak in Germany. They also have webcams. You could check it out. So
I love those. We just don't watch those. I love those.
Me too. Got all the you type in Zugspitze and it'll come up in German, and there's an English tab too. You hit English, and you'll just see it. Now right now it's dark there. Of course, they're 6 hours ahead of me. Excuse me, of me and 7, I guess, for you, because you're hour behind.
Yeah.
I'm in the future. How about that? Yeah. Gators won. Yeah, don't. But wouldn't that be nice?
I hate to say it, but
I'll pull for them over I call them the ATM machine. The Aggies.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I know you love them.
No.
All right. Well, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. There is something I want to close with, and I'm going to give the floor to y'all. Okay, so and while I'm doing that, whoever's still here watching this right now, as you can see, the Europats right here, right before you. You got Matt here, you got Diane, wonderful couple. I can't wait to meet you all in person. By the way, it's gonna happen. But Matt and Diane, I got something to task you with. tell us how we could find you, and tell us when your next live stream is going to be. Tell us about your channel a little bit before we leave.
So we have videos come out every Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time. And we try to do a live once a week. We just started those. So if it's a Saturday that Matt's off, we'll do it a Saturday. If not, we'll do it on Sundays.
So every other week, it's either Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then Wednesday, we like to give a little preview of what's coming on Friday. With our bloopers.
That's hilarious, guys. That's fun. You got me cracking up in here.
Anyway.
We try to have a little fun with it on
Life's too short.
Yeah.
And don't stop that. That's so funny. I'll keep those in there too. It's just hilarious. You can work on each other. Because Diane, you'll do something, and then Matt would just.
I know. That's real life.
Yes.
It's all the time.
It is.
That's real life.
Matt would do something, and you'll sit there, and you're like.
You'll see it in my face sometimes. I've caught it a couple times because he's always what is it that you do all the time? You're a pretty much or more or less.
I say pretty much or more or less, and
pretty much.
I say that all the time, and sometimes she'll go, "There you go again." I'm saying
right.
What am I saying? Pretty much.
But yeah, So that's. Let's see. What else did you ask me? My mind. I'm sorry, I'm old.
And like when your live streams are, which you just I think we covered it.
Okay.
What is your next video?
When is what's the next one? It's on Grand Est.
Ooh, now what is that?
That's the region up north there. To the. Isn't that the one with?
My mind.
Is that near Brittany?
What happens when you do so many and you're just picking because you haven't been there? That's northeast, right?
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
Oh, so it wouldn't be Brittany then, right?
No. It's the completely opposite side.
Yeah. Okay.
It's because that's where we're working our way up and around, and because we've already covered a lot down through the south,
Strasbourg, up in that area.
Strasbourg, France.
It's up in that area, getting close to it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow, you'd be right next to Germany in Strasbourg. Yeah, and that's where my friend's daughter planning to be in school. So,
but that'll be coming out next.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. That's be great. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Your time again. I enjoy y'all. That's why I asked you to come up here. But I'm going to ask you to help me out here, okay? And at the end, I always ask whoever's here, even if I'm out vlogging. So I'm a vlogger. I go out and I vlog. Hey, look what I'm doing. But always at the end, I say Dankeschön, Tschüss. Okay, Dankeschön means thank you. And Tschüss is another word saying bye bye. You say Auf Wiedersehen, or you say all that kind of stuff. But I always say Tschüss, which is German. They say Tschüss. They say Ciao. They all the other stuff, but I say Tschüss. But we say Dankeschön, Tschüss, and it's not just a Dankeschön, Tschüss. It's animated, so it's Dankeschön, Tschüss. All right, so you
Dankeschön, Tschüss.
That's perfect. Let's try again, Diane.
Oh, Dankeschön, Tschüss.
No, Dankeschön, Tschüss.
His is much better. We'll go with Matt.
Well, okay. Let's all three do it together. Okay, hold on. I'm counting to three, and we'll do it. All right, but guys, thanks for being here to this channel. Make sure again, check out the Europats. You will not be sorry. They're full of information. They're full of fun. They're great. Thank you for being here. So
thanks for having us.
Until then, 1, 2, 3.
Dankeschön,
Tschüss. Oh, yes, Jack. I added the yes, Jack. How about that? All right, guys. Thank you very much. Tschüssies.
Thank you.